Hi folks, Six Isis here. Now, just a quickie. I was watching Rasputin's Castle YouTube channel. It's a really good channel, by the way. He's got a good collection of knives, but he's very good at doing the research behind his videos, which I'm about to just show you I'm not. So he was looking at a Svelling J A Henkels knife the other evening, and he was saying about that somebody said they were made by Böker, but he couldn't find that in sort of confirmation of that in writing. And as I understand it, the original Svelling, the twins, Svelling is German for twins. The original logo was registered, I think it was something like 1731, 1732 or something like that. Yeah, as I say, my research is rubbish, but it doesn't really matter for the point that I want to make here. From that point on, they made their own knives. They made pocket knives, they also make kitchen knives. Now, they still make their own kitchen knives, but they stopped making pocket knives a little while ago. I don't think it was a long time ago. It might have been as long ago as the 70s or the 80s, but it was relatively recent, and it's always been certainly rumoured that they get Böker to make their knives, but of course nobody will confirm that. Why, in this day and age, these sort of things are kept secret? God only knows, because, well, as you're about to find out, they can call it a secret if they want, but the truth is this was made by Böker. And how do I know that? Well, this is a copperhead, by the way. So two blade, you've got a clip blade and a sort of drop point skinner blade, hollow ground knife. This here is a Böker copperhead, and it is exactly the same in pretty much every respect, except that this one has a bone cover, and this one again is a Böker copperhead, and again it's identical. I mean, the frames are the same shape, the bolsters are the same, the threading is the same. To swap out what's on the shields are the same size and in the same place. The blades are the same, absolutely identical. Now, if you had say a case copperhead, or a Rough Rider copperhead, or anybody else's copperhead, they're always a little bit different to this, but these three are identical, save for there's two differences. One obviously is the cover materials, and the other, a little bit more subtle, is the fact that the Böker ones are riveted and the J A Henkels one is pinned. Now, that could be something to do with the cover material, because with the walnut, where you are fully hafting the material, it is easy enough to put the pins in and peen them, and then of course you make them smooth when in the hafting process. Whereas with the stag, you can pin and peen stag, but quite often you end up with little jaggy edges on them, because the material that the stag itself is not an even material, and so you can often end up with little jaggy bits, and that's just in the nature of the beast. In a way, I think you've the same problem with the with this jigged bone, because again it's quite a textured material, and so putting rounded riveted pins in is probably easier. But it's the only difference really between these knives, other than the cover materials. The Svelling J A Henkels one is numbered, but that's just a numbered series. This one has a blade edge, the others don't. But you know, they're just finishing details. But really, the absolute pattern of the knives is identical. So I think what we can say for certain is this one was made by Böker, and they did a number of other knives at the same time with the walnut covers, different patterns. This certainly was a Stockman I saw, which I'd love to have. Incidentally, I got all these three from the Apostle P. You know, his Thursday night knife sales that he does in America. I've bought a few bits and pieces from him, and generally, if you buy things like this, the prices are exceptionally good. I don't think these are much appreciated in America. Unfortunately, there was a J A Henkels serpentine whittler. Odd in that it had a clip point blade rather than what would be a traditional Warncliffe blade. In Stag, unfortunately, by the time I saw the sale last night, it was already gone. Or maybe fortunately, because I can't really afford it anyway, but I think it went for about $70 or something like that. But these ones, I think, were more like $60, and I think this one might have even been cheaper. Yeah, and of course you've got to pay the postage to come from America. The Apostle P is very good about what he writes on the customs declaration, so I've never had to pay duty on them, and I've had probably 6 or 7 knives from him. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to point out, is that I said in my comment on Rasputin's Castle's video that whether or not you can definitively get proof that these knives, that their knives were made by Böker, certainly latterly, I think this is clear evidence that they were. Now, whether they had other companies making patterns for them before that, and when they actually stopped making them themselves in Solingen, I don't really know. The information is out there, but I just wanted to do this quickly and get it out. Okay, if you like this stuff, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, please subscribe, and remember to ring the bell if you want notifications. Thank you very much.